hope everybody is having an absolutely beautiful Sunday. I know that I am. Getting ready for our open house in Quail Hollow, which is a lovely neighborhood tucked just off of South Main. As soon as you're beyond the, business area where the Target, the Walmart, Panera, Starbucks, Lowe's Hardware, etc. As you continue up the hill, you will pass the first set of street lights. And once you cross that intersection, you will see Quail Hollow on the left. And so we are tucked in the back of Quail Hollow at High Ridge Court at a fabulous property, 4720 High Ridge. I'm going to flip the camera around and tell you some of the things I really enjoy about this property. First of all, it's perched on a double lot, so it is extremely private in this cul-de-sac. She has 2 or 3 lovely neighbors whom I've met that are just the type of people that are friendly when you want them to be friendly and private and doing their own thing for the rest of the time. Just like I said, just the perfect neighbors. No, not too intrusive, but yet not standoffish. This whole neighborhood kind of has that vibe. And the property starts at this light pole and goes straight back across a creek that you will see later on, and up, show that in great detail later. And then it follows right along here. We've got a lovely long driveway. And you continue, and the second lot has begun where this gorgeous eastern redbud is, and then goes all the way back to the farm that backs up to the side of this neighborhood and goes straight through that grove of trees. And we're going to quickly walk back there just to give you a real full understanding of just how big this neighborhood is, or this property is, not the neighborhood. So as you follow this tree line, that's pretty much where the property line is. And let me see if I can zoom out a little. Well, it's not letting me zoom out. It let me zoom in, but it's not letting me zoom back out again. So all the way along this gorgeous tree line, you have this wonderful yard if you wanted to play, a pickup game of soccer or volleyball or who knows, whatever you can think of. There's so many uses for this huge yard. You can even put a I don't know, whatever you want. I mean, it's a wonderful property. And of course, the wooded area ensures a great deal of privacy, but you could also delimb that and do some really neat things back there. The former owners participated in frisbee golf, and I know they had frisbee golf setups in the ground in various areas. And so that was kind of a neat use of the property. There are some walking trails back there that probably would just need to be cleaned up, the undergrowth or the underbrush to be made new again. And then here you see 1, and further on right there, 2. If you follow those pink lines, there's a couple more of those flags, but straight back into the distance where you see all of the light back there and kind of almost like a gray area, I guess, for lack of a better way to describe it. That is where the property ends. And then it goes all along, and pretty far back in here at this point, there is a creek. It's a little closer to the house. Not terribly close, but a little closer to the house at different spots. But it's just a wealth of possibilities with this backyard and side yard. There's only a couple of houses in this neighborhood that have double lots, because to the best of my knowledge, all of the lots are at least a little over an acre, close to an acre and a half. So the fact that these guys have, I can't remember, I think 3-point-something acres is a little exceptional for this neighborhood, but at the price, it's a phenomenal deal. So we are going to see more of the yard later on. But right now, I want you to see this incredible home and some of the features about this incredible home. So I still can't make it zoom out. I'm sorry for that. But let's go inside for a minute. And Joe, my transaction coordinator and assistant, is inside. So we'll ask him and see what some of the features of this home that he loves are. In addition, you'll get his opinion, not just mine this time. So, all right, let's go inside. Wow, it feels so good in here. And not that it's not lovely. I mean, we have gorgeous weather outside today, but wow. Whew. This is such a comfortable home. It's a transitional floor plan, which, as you probably know if you've watched any of my other videos, is the best of both worlds. The rooms that you use for everyone are open and flow very nicely one room to the other, but there's still a sense of boundaries so that you know if you're in the kitchen and you don't want everybody to see that there's glassware in the sink, you've got that level of privacy. Or, you know, somebody's in the living room doing something and the person in the breakfast room wants to sit and read a book. I mean, there are definitely specific areas, so it's not completely open. But unlike a traditional home, there is enough openness that you feel like you're connected to one another and not out on an island. I've put some pictures of some virtually staged areas since the home is now vacant, just so that you can kind of get a feel. And those, of course, are on the website for this house, and we'll peek at them, but we won't spend a lot of time on them. I'm taking off my shoes right now instead of putting on booties because this home is nearly, the carpet is less than 4 years old. I want to say the carpet's 2 or 3 years old. And then the carpet in the basement is 2 or 3 weeks old. So you can still smell the carpet fibers and the formaldehyde they use to bind it and all that good stuff. But I don't find that to be an annoyance. I think that's wonderful that you have a brand new carpet. And so here we have a wood burning fireplace. You've got an idea of how the room could be laid out. So it's very spacious. And this to me would be a cute little reading nook, even though I didn't put that in the photo that I had modeled for the home. But it's a lovely plan. You've got plenty of room in the foyer so that if you wanted to put a little bench or a little, whatever, drop zone, you certainly have room to do so. And then you've got back there at that door, just beside the stairs, you've got the garage entrance. So you enter at a really convenient spot in the middle of the main floor. And we will proceed on. You've got this lovely dining room. They had enough space here for an 8-person table when they had the leaf in the center. And so when it's empty, sometimes it can look a little deceiving. But it's a lot larger area, I think, than some people realize when they look at it at first. And so again, a staged photo with a dining table. This one had 6. I can't get my camera to line that up correctly. But it's a large area. It's definitely large enough to have a nice dining setup and still have, that open flow for, say, for example, a Super Bowl party or whatever it is that you want to have, a holiday gathering, everybody's here for Thanksgiving type thing. And then in the kitchen, what I love about this kitchen, and I'm sorry I forgot to turn on all the lights, shame on me, but you've got this fantastic breakfast nook over here, and you feel like you feel as though you've got all this privacy because of the property. And then the brand new, I shouldn't say brand new, but the newly built deck, which we'll see soon, it's just gorgeous. That would be one of my favorite features of this home. I mean, there are obvious classic things such as a window over the sink that I love. I love having a window over the sink. And that's not cloudy, that's just the screen that you're seeing. But what I really think is cool is that they have this newly built, and of course here's your pantry / laundry room. Washer and dryer stay with a good offer, with an appropriate offer. But this right here, this newly rebuilt deck, I would spend so many mornings out here in a nice comfy chair with a cup of coffee, just enjoying all this flora and fauna. I have seen this home for many years. This will be the second time that I've sold it. And let me tell you what, every time of the year, there's something to see. The trees and all their colors, the different flowers that come up at different times. There's something pink, some kind of rose or something growing down there. I don't know if you can see it in this picture, but it's just such a neat property. And of course, there's all kinds of wildlife, squirrels, rabbits, whatever, birds to discover and to enjoy. But you've got this lovely fenced-in yard if you have animals or children. They had a kennel built in. I don't know if you can see that very well, because they had a miniature pig that lived in the hobby garage in the basement. And so that's a kind of a cool thing. You can have chickens. This HOA is very flexible about things. As long as you get an architectural request form submitted, you can have an outbuilding. The one thing I know you cannot have is roosters because of the noise element. So it's one of those HOAs that protects your home value, but at the same time lets you make your house your house. I'm going to cut off for a minute. If you'll give me about 10 minutes to get the property open for walk-in visitors, I will come back and finish this tour.